In the same vein, hello, I'm speaking. I'm speaking, Miss Interruptsky. Should have called it the Interruptsky Institute. And welcome back to Dad. Did we just break America?
I'm Skylar, your resident Gen Z doom scroller.
And I'm Corey, your cynical Gen Xer.
So, Dad, how are you doing on this fine, lovely day?
My cynical level's a little, elevated.
I guess we could go on to the sudden, shocking passing of Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, no? I think Lindsey Graham's passing was kind of bizarre.
I don't want to go into the whole guy. I don't need to do that right now.
You don't need to do that?
No.
What are you, the queen of the podcast?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time for that right now, Dad.
Why don't we have time for it?
Because until such time, yes, I think what happened is bizarre. He was very alive and very healthy.
Well, I don't know if he was healthy.
All things on the outside, he looked very fine.
But that doesn't mean you're healthy.
Dad,
It's fine.
you know what I mean. He looked fine. So yes, it is a little bizarre that he spoke to the president and was fine after coming back from landing back in DC from the Ukraine. And less than an hour later, somebody else's security detail was calling 911. I'm a little confused, but
I don't think you're confused.
until such time as I have enough to go on, I am not going to play the role of Candace Owens.
Okay. So no conspiracy theories for you today.
No.
Okay. Nothing in the doom scrolling?
No, I just,
Seems like everybody dropped the topic.
I think people are just sad. There are lots of things I agreed with Lindsey Graham on and lots of things I didn't agree with him on. But his main critique was, like he loves war. He wants people to die. He wants our men to die for this, whatever. He's a warmonger, whatever. The older I get as a conservative, as a Republican, the more I realize that most things that people have critiqued Lindsey Graham on, he was right on. We just didn't want to talk about it or acknowledge that he was right.
That we should go to war and watch people die?
No.
What?
Like, he's been talking about the fact that we have to deal with Iran for decades.
Okay.
Like it or not, he was right.
Okay, well, nobody thinks he was right.
Okay, well, I do.
Okay.
I'm a person. I'm not nobody.
You heard it here first. She's not nobody.
I think it's very sad. I wasn't ready for him to go.
I'm sure he wasn't either.
He was not ready to go. He said he couldn't go. He wasn't done yet. That's what he said. He said, I'll be okay. We have to get we have the budget coming up and the Save America Act. We have to deal with Iran.
Who do you say that to?
Like an assistant or somebody's security detail.
Oh, so you knew he was dying?
He wasn't feeling well. Like I think they got home and he said he wasn't feeling well. And they're like, go rest. And he was like, I can't rest. There's so much to do.
Interesting. So it's very sad that he passed. And now his sister was sworn in.
Yeah, and congratulations to his sister, Darlene. I thought it was very beautiful that they swore her, his sister. And when Lindsey was young, I think he was like 18. His sister was 13. Both of their parents died within like a 6-month period.
Right. He took care of his sister. Right.
And he raised her. And then he legally adopted her when he entered into the military so she could get benefits.
Well, and what did he do in the military?
He was in the Air Force.
Where did he serve?
Okay, he spent 6.5 years in active duty, 4 years overseas in Germany from 84 to 88. He served as the Air Force Chief Prosecutor in Europe, National Guard Reserves 1989 to 2015.
Well,
after leaving active duty, he joined the South Carolina Air National Guard, later the Air Force Reserve during the Gulf War. He served stateside in South Carolina preparing troops for deployment. While serving as a United States Senator, he took short leave periods and holidays during congressional breaks to conduct multiple tours as a legal advisor in Iraq and Afghanistan. It did occur to me also, I feel like Lindsey Graham is maybe the last of his kind.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother topic. You mean the old guard?
Yeah. People always said, again, he's a warmonger, he's this, he has to be making money. And then his net worth came out, the other alleged net worth came
Right.
out.
Supposedly one of the poorest member of Congress.
Yeah, say what you want about Lindsey Graham, but one thing is clear to me, and I didn't even have to know his net worth to know this, but it does drive the point home. He did everything that he did because he loved this country deeply.
So he didn't do it to profit from it.
No. And we don't have any people that are looking to serve because they love this country.
Isn't that why everybody's looking to serve?
No. I think I said to you, Trump was on the news the next morning. He called in to a couple news shows, and I said, I don't think I've ever heard, the only time I've ever heard or seen Trump look this sad was after Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
Right.
We often forget that Lindsey Graham and Trump were kind of harsh rivals.
Yes, they didn't like each other in the beginning.
No. Somebody wrote in a story that somebody pulled him aside after Trump won in the halls of Congress, and they said to him, what are we going to do now? And he said, learn to work with him. He's the president. What do you mean, what are we going to do? Revolt?
Well,
it occurred to me when Trump was so sad that what they say about making friends in Washington, get a dog. And
yep.
It occurred to me that, yeah, they were brutal rivals, but it wasn't just that he's going to miss Lindsey because he could get things done. You could tell that Trump wasn't mourning his colleague. He was mourning the loss of somebody that had become his friend. And those are hard to come by in Washington.
Very true. Because your friend could not be your friend 6 months later.
Yeah. A life well lived. But not over. It wasn't done yet.
He always seemed like a very well-liked and knowledgeable statesman. There are a couple of members of, I want to say the Republican Party, because I don't really know any of them left in the Democratic Party who were like that. But he always seemed to have the respect of everybody. I think that's true.
There were Democrats crying on the floor of Congress.
And
you don't see that.
And yes, you do. Just take their food stamps away. So, I mean, I think that's very true. It's very sad. Of course, his whole death seems very strange.
It is, and we'll get to that at another time. Because we have to talk about another strange death.
Ah.
Do you want to introduce the topic?
You know more about this topic than I do.
So I thought this would be a fun topic because you're always pushing things where we don't agree.
Okay.
You think that people like it a lot, that you think they love our banter.
I don't know that they do. Maybe they should write in and tell us.
No, they should totally write in, but the people love our banter.
Has anybody told you they love the banter?
Yes.
Oh, other than people that you know?
Yes, random people online.
Okay.
Anyways, Tyler Robinson, the man, kid, delinquent, whatever you want to call him, that is accused of or allegedly assassinated Charlie Kirk, had his allegedly. What I think that's the correct way to say it.
Yes, correct.
I don't want to take his life from him before it's taken. I want to be respectful of the process.
Well, now you're going into a topic that's a whole. I mean, you don't have enough time left in this.
No,
episode.
hello. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna be respectful of the process, and then I'm gonna shit on the process in a second. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm being respectful of the process. Allegedly, he was on that roof. I saw him. Allegedly, he was there.
Well, you saw him. He was there. That's not allegedly. You know he was there because there's video of him being there.
There's video of him climbing onto the roof.
And there's video of him leaving the roof. So you know that happened. So that's not alleged.
And the timestamps all match up.
Okay, but that's not alleged. That's, he was there.
Okay, so Tyler was there.
But But I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I misspoke. It is allegedly because those pictures could have been altered also.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Truth hurts.
so I watched all 5 or so days of the probable cause hearing.
Of course you did. No one else that listens right now did.
Well, I watched it, somebody else had to.
Okay.
I take my job very seriously.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. So excited.
And we talked about it on the pod before, I was a little suspicious. Didn't really understand the whole thing. I thought it was all a little bizarre. I still think there are things about it that are bizarre. And I also wanted to say that Charlie's nearest and dearest, and the people that he worked with every day, and all these people, they're not saying case closed, Tyler Robb. I feel like people are saying, oh, they're just saying case closed, Tyler Robinson did it, and they're in on this lie with the with the federal government. That's what people are saying. No, still have lots of questions too. What they do believe is that Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger.
And why do they believe that? Because that's what they were told to believe?
No, because what we didn't see, Utah has very specific laws, so that was a big fight about even having cameras in the courtroom.
Right. So what are they not allowed to there?
They can't share certain videos with us, so the judge won't allow it. Remember there was all that talk about the Turning Point guy that was running around with the SD card, and people were saying, why is he running around with the SD card?
Right.
He's running around with the SD card because he didn't want somebody to steal the footage. That was the most high quality footage of Charlie being shot.
Okay.
And it was filming the other way too.
Okay.
So that was the first time at the probable cause hearing that anybody has seen this footage outside of law enforcement. They say it is clear as day. It's 4K.
Okay. Yeah, the video's 4K.
Yeah, it was described to me that you see Tyler Robinson kill Charlie Kirk. They said that compiled with all of the other circumstantial evidence of him being there 4 times, of him leaving his house that was like 3 hours away at 4:30 in the morning, of
Okay.
him coming with different clothes than he walked fine before, and then he wasn't walking normally.
I'm not debating that he brought a gun into the place. That's not what I'm debating.
These are the things that the Turning Point people said on a podcast episode the other day, and I agree with this, and I think this was a great way to say it. Here are my questions. I think, and I understand why the prosecution wanted to give the lover roommate person immunity because they didn't know how strong their case was and they thought they may have needed him, right?
Right.
I think that they're upset with themselves probably that they gave him so much leeway. Because now they have to wait for him to say something to lose that immunity.
Okay, but what does that have to do with?
Because I think it's pretty clear that he knew more. His answers, they didn't have him come in and testify at the probable cause hearing, but they did play parts of an interview, a police interview with him, that the defense fought like crazy to keep that. They said it was going to be prejudice.
Prejudicial?
It's all prejudicial.
Again, I think that the probability that he did this by himself,
I don't think he did
which
it by
is a
himself.
premeditated, meticulously planned. It wasn't an attempt to take a life. It was the fact that he took a life.
Here's the thing, Dad. I'm getting there. There's the roommate who very clearly to me knew more.
So the roommate knew something. Okay, not my point. There's no possible way that that individual is the only person that pulled off this shoot.
You remember, like, people were reposting on Twitter from, like, that day? People were, like, resurfacing posts from before that were saying, like, what is the campus UVU? People were posting before, like, something's going to happen to Charlie today. People knew.
I don't know about people knowing, and I'm not going to speculate who knew what, but I am going to say that in every time someone has been heinously murdered, when it was a political figure or someone who was of that ilk,
Mhm.
that it was never what you were being told it was. And that shot is a million and one, in my opinion. And I'm not a shooting expert, but to me, he was sitting and moving, wearing a bulletproof vest. So if you hit the bulletproof vest, it wasn't going to do what you wanted it to do. To actually, most people don't shoot rifles.
Mhm.
Okay. It's a crowd, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Okay. From a rooftop, downrange, not an expert marksman.
We don't know that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You can call it conspiracy theory all you like, but that individual did not take that shot either by himself or without the proper training to be a marksman.
I think he had proper training. There were other people involved. Other people knew, other people helped him. Maybe somebody paid him.
I'm telling you that
No, but
there's a
these are
whole conspiracy behind it. Listen, you're not going to tell me that Lee Harvey Oswald killed Kennedy either.
no, he didn't, but that's
So
different. But
it's not different. It's the same thing.
it's a little different.
You were told something.
I
That's the popular story and it sells.
We live in a different time though. So
No, we do not. The screwed up part is it's the same time. The United States Secret Service and law enforcement allowed a guy with a rifle to get on a roof where a presidential candidate and a former president was speaking.
I understand, Dad. I get it.
And they took a shot at him and shot a bunch of other people and killed somebody. And all the pundits that said that Trump did that as a stunt, he actually got shot.
Also, somebody else died. It's
Correct.
very callous and inappropriate to say.
Correct. He allowed that to happen
Yes, I understand. I am
to a
saying
president
I understand.
for political reasons.
I understand.
So the fact that this is a rising member of the Republican Party and he was violently snuffed out before his time, give me a break.
I am not disagreeing with you on those things. I do want people to know that haven't watched the Turning Point follow-ups after the days of the hearing know that the people who worked with Charlie, the people that are carrying on his mission and his legacy, have the same questions that we have. And they want answers.
Oh, I don't have questions. I know.
Right, but Dad, they have to be a little bit more pragmatic.
I understand that, but there's no doubt in my mind.
There's no doubt in theirs either. But this is how the process is unfortunately going to unfold.
I understand that, and that's a shame because it's ridiculous.
It's a shame. It's a shame that we're almost a year later having a probable cause hearing.
Yes,
He hasn't entered a plea.
it's ridiculous.
I don't understand what the hell we're doing. And the judge said he's going to come back with his decision in September.
Well, it's the summer.
Well, no, because the defense has to do a brief. So they do a brief and then the prosecution files a brief in response and then they respond.
Yep.
This is a joke. A joke.
Yes, it is.
But the Kirks, they filed a thing because under Utah state law, they have a lot more rights than the family has a lot more rights than they have in other places.
Yes.
And they're like, they have the right to go through this without an undue burden also, basically.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. This is a burden on the entire people.
Yeah, but nobody cares anymore.
This is pathetic.
It's ridiculously pathetic.
It's going to be a year before he enters a plea.
It's going to be 3 or 4 years before anything happens on it.
Yeah, experts say that he's not going to go to trial until 2028.
Yeah. That's good lawyering, though.
But that's a travesty.
Yes. It's ridiculously stupid, and it shouldn't be happening that way. But unfortunately, that's where we are.
But can we go back? Because there are a couple of other things that I want to point out.
Of course there are.
No. Can we go back
interrupts me. Go
to
ahead.
Lance Twiggs? I watched a video of a friend of theirs that reached out to a YouTuber creator person after this happened. He was actually in some of the Discord chats where Tyler Robinson admitted that it was him and said that he was turning himself in. He painted a picture of what was going on in that home, which cleared some things up for me. There's like a lot of psychosis going on there.
In Tyler Robinson's home.
Yeah, with Lance Twiggs too. Lance Twiggs would have like mental breakdowns and he'd like nest in the living room.
Nest?
Nest. He called it nesting. He'd like
Like a bird does?
yes, like he'd bring his things around and he'd like sleep on the floor in the living room. And Tyler used to have to console him.
And that caused them all to shoot
No,
somebody?
no. They were doing tons of drugs. They had tons of issues.
Well, this doesn't everybody.
No, I'm saying it
I have tons of issues. I don't go shooting people.
no, I'm not saying that. It painted a clearer picture of how this kid ended up there.
Listen, mental health is a problem.
Yes, a huge problem. Number one. Number two, the picture that it painted for me leads me to believe, in my expert opinion, that
You're an expert?
yeah, that
On what?
there is no on everything. There is no way that these two lived together, that Lance Twiggs knew the information that he'd shared with the prosecutor and didn't know anything else.
When's the movie coming out about it?
Dad, I don't know.
What do you think is going to play in it?
Who? Charlie Kirk? Or Tyler
Tyler
Robinson?
Robinson.
I don't know. I don't care. And
Who do you think plays Charlie Kirk?
I don't know.
I'm just asking.
I'm not a casting director, but
I thought you do everything.
no, I don't. But it's bizarre. It's really bizarre. He said they didn't talk about any of these real issues. Nobody believes that. You live with somebody that was so angry about somebody else's political beliefs.
I'm sorry, I'm not buying it.
No, but I'm saying it doesn't
It's
make
all,
any sense.
It's all a scam.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what goes back to what I'm saying that the prosecutor's probably kicking themselves that they gave him immunity because it continues to become clearer and clearer that he knows more than he is leading on and he is lying.
No, really?
Number one. Number two, remember the guy that was like the patsy in the crowd? The old guy?
Yes.
He wasn't there by coincidence
How do you know that?
because it doesn't make sense.
Skylar, none of it makes sense.
I am telling
I'm going to tell you it's all impossible, highly improbable.
So you don't think that Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger?
No, I do not.
So who did?
Somebody who's an expert marksman.
Was Tyler Robinson a part of this game?
Yes, Tyler Robinson is the Lee Harvey Oswald.
He's the patsy.
He's the patsy. They let you think the old guy was the patsy, but no. This guy's the patsy. He's mentally deranged. He's had mental issues, drug use. He fits the profile perfectly.
He for sure does. He's void of all.
For sure.
No, he's void of all human emotion. Like he could do it.
Yes. He's a part of it, or he's been led to believe that he is. He's been brainwashed.
I won't be sleeping tonight.
It's possible. You should read about all the experiments that the CIA did in the 60s.
But so what was he doing on the roof?
Maybe they told him he shot the guy.
But somebody else did from somewhere else. You're saying, but so they gave him a gun and oh, okay.
What if the gun had blanks?
I'm just trying to follow you. I understand now. I'm just trying to follow what you're.
Somebody with a lot of skill pulled off that shot. He was under an overhang, under a tent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He was moving. That's, again, I'm not an expert marksman at all. But that is a difficult shot. To hit Charlie Kirk in the body somewhere, okay. Not too difficult. To hit him in a spot that wasn't covered by the bulletproof vest, to kill him, it's almost like hitting him in the head, in the forehead. Really difficult. Not a high-powered rifle.
No, it's all just terrible.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. It's been known to happen, but I don't think so. It seemed like the people around them knew that something was happening. What if somebody was standing up there? What if somebody moved incorrectly and he shot somebody else? And Kirk's security was horrible because they were in on it too. It looked like they were signaling somebody, do it now. It's an inside job or an inside and outside job. John F. Kennedy said, if anybody wants to trade their life for the president, it's impossible to protect. He's right. Anybody could be killed anywhere. It's just to what length are you going to go? Everybody bought this story, hook, line, and sinker. This nobody from out of nowhere went up on the roof of a school and shot a guy from how far?
I don't know.
Come on, doesn't make any sense.
At the end of the day, as somebody that looked up to Charlie Kirk, I just want the truth. I understand we're not going to get it.
You're never getting it.
People want the truth. People want
I
to know.
agree with you. The truth should come out. And if this guy is the one who took the shot, may he burn in hell for all eternity.
Even if he played any role in it, he's just as guilty.
Correct. But he may just be a patsy who's on drugs and doesn't even know what the hell he's saying he did.
But don't you have they probably have to give you something for you to agree to that, or no, you think he's just like so out of it that
Who knows? I don't know. It's too intricate for somebody who has no understanding of how to kill somebody.
But how do you know he has no understanding? You don't know where he's been.
Well, wouldn't it have come out already if he was trained or not
if he was trained by somebody that the federal government doesn't want us to know he was trained by.
Right. And that's the biggest problem.
So no, we wouldn't know.
And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the federal government is the biggest terrorist on the planet.
Right. So no, we wouldn't know.
I'm sorry, but if they wanted him dead, he's dead. They'll find a way.
I think that somebody probably like else in the government, but not like the Trump administration.
They almost killed Trump.
That wasn't the Trump administration.
And that would have been what did they do to Charlie Kirk? They killed him. They made him a martyr. What would have happened if they would have killed President Trump?
The world would have burned to the ground.
They would have made him a martyr.
Yeah, but the world would have burned to the ground. One turn of the head was the huge difference in this country.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago last week. Isn't that crazy?
Very crazy.
My life flashed before my eyes, personally.
I think it's ridiculous for society that we allowed people to take a shot at the president, a former president.
And we still don't know anything about it.
Because nobody talks about it. Why?
Because we can't. We're not allowed.
No. Because we did it. People talk about the Menendez brothers killing their parents, right?
Yeah, because we know they killed their parents.
Right. So I'm sorry, Sky, but I think we broke America. Thank you for listening, ladies and gents. Children of all ages? I hope not.
No, pray that we find out answers anytime before my kids are grown-ups.
Yeah, whatever answers you're going to get aren't really answers. They don't exist.
Well, they exist.
Oh, but you're never going to know them.